Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This week, Trench Crusade, Heretic Warband. Yeah, I picked out one of the models in the Heretic Warband that I really liked. And this model's pretty extreme as far as the sculpt go. I was pretty shocked, but you'll see it in the video. I'm not gonna point it out, but it's pretty wild, pretty wild. Anyway, we're gonna keep this model simple and the color count again real low. And I'm using a paint again that I found, Typhus Corrosion. I fell in love with this paint again. I just love it. And we're gonna play around with the secret weapon paints. Some of my favorite paints, and they don't make them anymore. But at least I don't believe they make them anymore. But I love those paints. I always have, and it was really fun to come back and see them again. But anyway, guys, please like and subscribe. It really helps support the channel. I'll see you guys in there. Alright guys, here we go. Anointed Heavy Infantry Flamer. Look at this guy. This guy is brutal. I mean, this is pretty extreme model, extreme sculpting here. I'm pretty shocked. Pretty wild. I'm looking forward to this guy, and we're going to experiment with this guy. We're going to use mostly secret weapon paints that I have collected, and I'm using their Rust series. And I'm also going to sneak in this Typhus Corrosion, and I may do it kind of all over the armor. I'm not quite sure, and then use the secret weapon to do the Rust. But these guys. Let's take a second here. Let's go. Let's take a look at these guys. After making great contributions to archdevils, the anointed ones are ordained by their masters in hell to make a pilgrimage to the lake of fire. There on its stinking oil-choked shores, they meditate and chant, committing sickening rites at the burned temples that litter the shores. The fires of the lake horribly burn these pilgrims, but they take no notice as they revel in the visions of grandeur bestowed by the twisting black fires. These guys, man, I'm telling you, here we go. Yet there are some who push further on, to the very gates itself and beyond. Their very flesh ignites, never to recover, but those with the blackest souls can enter the inferno itself. Man, I tell you what, whoops, bumped the camera. These guys, woo, this game again, I keep saying it's pretty wild. So I'm looking forward to experimenting with these, and I've got a couple reds and a little bit of oranges and yellows, as you saw. And I think I'm going to try to give this little insignia a bit of a glow, like an orange glow, a bright yellow, hot glow. So stay tuned for that. All right. I built my Typhus Corrosion right there. So instead of cleaning it up, I'm just going to start using it from right there. Dig it. Alright, there we go. We got the Typhus Corrosion all over the armor. I just kind of slapped it everywhere. It's still super wet. We're going to let that dry, and then we're going to move in. And I did a test model. Let's see. I'm actually going to start with Red Rust. Secret Weapons Red Rust. I'll show you why. Here's the test model I did. I did the orange kind of on this side. Let's zoom in a little bit. As you can see, I did the orange. The yellow orange, or the yellow rust and the orange rust, and it looks good, and I could probably make it a little brighter, but I think the red rust is much better because of the blood and the fire, you know, and it would just be more caked on that way, and I think that's just a better look. Anyway, there you go. That's the look we're going for, and this one is red rust. Right, let's do it. as I was dry brushing, my model popped off the base, and I just kind of kept going. We'll just go ahead and glue it on in a second, and I'll go ahead and just start doing the color transition now. And I think we're going to do a little bit of orange rust, and I'm just going to mix it in with actually this brown and kind of just tap it on kind of the higher areas. All right, let's do it. All right, now I'm just using the pure orange rust, and I'm just going to do just top down. This is actually going to be kind of glowing orange. Get that going now. Alright, just on the highs. I don't know why, but it doesn't really matter with this. I thought I'd try something just a little different here. I'm going to do some of this typhus corrosion right here on the ground, and then I'll do my pigments like I always do, but I just want to get this typhus down. I think it'll look good, and excuse me for a second, I got to get some more. Alright, it's in one of these GW pots, not my favorite. Alright, there we go. Just getting it all down. Trying something a little different. It's good to try different stuff from time to time. And this is probably going to work out really good here. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and mix a little bit of rubber and rubber highlight. And I'm going to go again, I'm going to stipple the same thing, just kind of on the high areas, and probably a little bit on that gun as well. Alright, let's do it. Alright, there we go. I think the dry brushing and stippling is pretty much done. Look at that. Man, that looks really good. I'm really glad I rediscovered the Secret Weapon Rust series. I think, I'm not sure about how I'm going to go forward with the arms. I think I'm going to do an oxide, dark oxide red, and then I'm going to do some of the, maybe some ivory mixed with a little bit of, what do you call it, rubber as the skin. We'll see. I've got to come up with a mixture for the skin, but I think I'm going to do the base of an oxide red. And where is that? Here we go. Boom. Right there. We're going to use this, and I'll probably water it down, put it on there, see what it looks like, and then I've got to go over it, because here, I'll show you. Again, you saw the art in the beginning. Let me bring this over here. Boom. Right there. You can see how there's a little bit of red. It's actually kind of rusty on this one, on this particular art. But I think I'll go with the red on here, and then just do the rubber highlight or the rubber and the ivory. All right, let's do that. I mixed a little bit of the brown rust with some ivory to give these things just a little bit of highlight. Not much, just a little bit. Now before I get to the skin, I'm going to do a little bit of metallic work. Bring this down here. A little bit of metallic work on some of these edges here. Alright, just getting a few little key areas to make it stand out a little bit. Real simple, just some wash and some easy places. Maybe on the knuckles here. Make those bolts stand out. Kind of just make, you know, give it the contrast. Yeah, this is nice. This is working. Alright. Perfect. Wasn't quite sure how it was going to work with the other stuff there. With the typhus corrosion, I wasn't sure how the wash would go on, but it's going on just fine. Just in these little areas, that gun pops just a little bit more. Alright, there we go. I think we're pretty much done. Man, this guy turned out terrific. I really like it. I like it a lot. I really like the way that turned out. That's really nice, that glowing bit. Alright, so what we gotta do now, actually it's gonna bring out a little more contrast once we get that matte varnish over the top. Alright, let's do it. Before I put it on the spinner, I wanted to get this pigment down. It's a really important step there. Just get it down here. Alright, also wanted to put a little bit of exhaust pigment right here. As you can see, that gives it that little smoky look, like the dust, like the smoke or the fire's just been lighting it up. Alright, before I put it on the spinner, look at that. Look at the pigment. That is terrific, and that really caps the model off, especially for this aesthetic, for this game. Damn, man, that looks really nice. Real simple. Go out and get you some pigment, some earth, some black exhaust, and that's pretty much all you really need. Man, this guy's looking really great. All right, let's get him on the spinner. Well, there you have it, guys. Trench Crusade, Heretic Warband, anointed, heavy anointed flamer. This guy is crazy, and I'm sure you saw what I was talking about in the video. The extreme part of this sculpt, and wild. This whole game's wild. The aesthetic is just cool. We still have more to go, and I'll probably be pushing forward with the Heretic Warband. I got a few more. We've got a Heretic Shaman or Witch, and then we got just kind of the regular troopers, which really remind me and really resemble the Krieg faction from 40K. But you know, it's kind of hard to get away from that mask and that helmet look, right? Anyway, guys, please like and subscribe. It really helps support the channel. I'll catch you next week.